What's up? This is Kellen from Memphis May Fire, and the track I'm going to talk about off our new record, Unconditional, is Pharisees. I picked that one to talk about mainly because it was a song that when I had first written it, had a very specific riff to it, and the more and more I recorded it, the more and more I realized I had to simplify it. It was just like way too dang hard. And even, especially for bass, Corey plays all the bass parts like that are identical to guitar parts, so trying to play all that stuff on bass was, I'm sure, a nightmare for him when he was recording it. So yeah, it's a fun track. It's challenging. It's one of the heavier tracks on the record, and I think people will dig it. Hand it over to Matt.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I'll talk about the song that's called The Answer, but I have to mention two songs for it to make sense. Originally, Sleepless Nights, the working title for that song was going to be Anxiety, and then I really, by the time I was done recording the record, I wanted to have another song called Anxiety 2.0, which was supposed to be the answer to how I came out of anxiety, but I was still struggling with it through the recording process, and depression as well, all introduced to my life kind of over the past year and a half, which is really hard for me to work through because I didn't understand really where it was coming from, but Anxiety ended up being called Sleepless Nights on the record, and Anxiety 2.0 ended up being called The Answer for specific reasons. And just as I started to dive deeper and deeper into my relationship with God, just really start to understand Jesus and who He is and who He was, and just how much God loves us, and understanding the unconditional love of Christ, I really started to learn how to mentally truly let things go and really give them to God, and trust that He's in control of everything, that He has a plan, that God is for us, that He loves us. And ultimately that was the answer to me learning how to get away from anxiety and get away from depression, and really just enjoy my life on a day-to-day basis, knowing that God's in control. And that's what this whole record is about. But I really I have to say The Answer is my favorite song, because without that understanding, I'm not sure where I would be at today.
Another track we want to talk about is Need to Be, and we kind of had a song that didn't make it on the record that was kind of like Miles Away 2.0, and I'll probably end up reworking that for another time. But anyway, Need to Be, I really wanted to do like a more stripped down kind of bare essentials kind of track, and I was really stoked on it. Matt really liked it. I'll turn it over to him.
Yeah, instrumentally it feels like it could be an interlude, but I decided to sing over it. We realized with songs like Miles Away that we've got this whole other group of people out there that like really love what we have to say and stuff, but maybe just don't want to really be a part of the heavier side of Memphis May Fire, which is totally understandable. So I took Need to Be, and I wrote it in a fashion where I feel like everybody that listens to our music could relate to it. And it's just about really, for me, understanding our fan base, and what they go through and who they are, and the weight that they want to let go of, and just at the same time being honest in that song, saying that I am a normal person like anybody else that struggles with the exact same thing, and all I want to do is just wear my heart on my sleeve. I want people to see the person I want to be and the person I'm working towards, and just to be honest with everybody about who I really am and who we really are as people and as a band, because I think that there's such a freedom in honesty, and such a freedom in allowing our fan base to see us as people and not as rock stars or musicians. So Need to Be is just about who we want to be and who we need to be as people, and I think it's really cool.
You think you're superior,